You'd think getting a key player back from injury is always a good thing, right? Well, for the Green Bay Packers, it's actually stirring up a bit of a defensive dilemma. It's like a high-stakes game of musical chairs is about to start on their defensive line, and one player might just be left without a seat.
Yeah, check out this headline from our source material. Devonte Wyatt return puts Packers linemen on thin ice. That pretty much says it all, doesn't it? A player getting healthy is creating this ripple effect across the roster, and for one lineman, that ice is getting pretty darn thin.
Okay, so let's start with what should be the good news here. The Packers are finally getting healthier, and that means defensive tackle Devonte Wyatt is on his way back to the field after being out with a knee injury. And this is where we get that classic good problem to have. I mean, the team is getting stronger for sure, but it's also creating this logjam on the defensive line. You've got more talented guys than you have spots for them in the rotation, so some tough decisions are coming, and you just know someone's playing time is about to get squeezed. Big time.
So, who's the guy right in the middle of this whole squeeze? Well, that would be defensive lineman Karl Brooks, and up until now, he's been a huge part of this Packers defense.
And this number, wow. This number really tells the story. 64.3%. That's the percentage of defensive snaps Brooks has played this season. That's the most of any defensive tackle on the entire team. So he hasn't just been in the rotation, he's been leading it, at least when it comes to playing time.
All right, but here's where things get complicated. The big question, the one the Packers coaches are probably losing sleep over, is this. Has all that opportunity, all those snaps, actually turned into game-changing production? Let's, dig into the data and see.
I mean, on paper, you'd think Brooks is an absolute stud. He's ranked 7th in the whole league in pass rush win rate, which means he's winning his one-on-one battles. And get this, he's rarely ever double-teamed. So if offense is focusing on other guys, he's getting these perfect matchups. He should be wrecking shop, right?
Well, here's the disconnect. Despite winning all those matchups, the actual production just isn't there. We're talking only 5 pressures and half a sack all season. And that brings up a really tough question, Is he just a step too slow to actually get to the QB? Or is he just not converting those wins into real disruption? Either way, you gotta believe that's a major red flag for the Packers.
And it's not just about rushing the passer. Nope. There are some serious concerns about his game against the run, too. And the analytics, well, they tell a pretty tough story.
Okay, before I show you the number, let's quickly break down this stat. Average depth of tackle. It's pretty simple, actually. It just measures how far down the field a running back gets before a defender tackles them. And obviously, you want this number to be as low as possible. A high number, that means you're giving up a bunch of yards before you even make the tackle.
And Brooks's number? It's 3.5 yards. Let that sink in. That is among the 10 worst out of 114 qualifying defensive linemen in the league. It means, on average, running backs are already gaining 3.5 yards before he even brings them down. That's not just getting pushed around a little, that's giving up serious ground on pretty much every single run play.
Okay, so now let's bring in the challenger. While Brooks has been getting all this playing time and struggling, the guy waiting in the wings, he's been doing the complete opposite. Devonte Wyatt isn't just some guy coming back from an injury, he's a highly efficient, game-wrecking disruptor.
And this slide just lays it all out side by side. Just look at the efficiency numbers here. Wyatt's pressure rate is way higher, and his stop rate, that's tackles that cause a loss for the offense, is more than double what Brooks is putting up. Seriously, on a per-snap basis, it's not even a contest. Wyatt just flat out makes more big plays.
And this quote from the source article, man, it says everything you need to know. The Packers have players lined up to take his spot. The pressure on Karl Brooks is absolutely real, and it's not just coming from one direction.
Right, and it's not just Devonte Wyatt breathing down his neck. As you can see here, there's also a rookie, Warren Brinson, who's been playing really well and earning himself more snaps while Wyatt was out. So for Brooks, the competition is coming at him from all angles.
Okay, so what happens now? You've got a situation where the Packers have a guy playing a ton of snaps but not producing much, and then you've got 2 high-efficiency challengers just waiting to take his spot. What does this all mean for the team?
So to really understand this, we gotta look at the big picture. The Packers' defense is already pretty good. I mean, they're a top 10 unit in the league when it comes to points allowed. So this isn't about fixing something that's totally broken. It's about fine-tuning a unit that has the potential to be truly, truly elite.
And really, this is the whole point. This is the key takeaway. Swapping out a player who's just kind of taking up space for a player who is a genuine disruptor, that could be the one tiny adjustment that takes this entire defense from just good to great.
It's like they're looking for that final missing piece to the puzzle.
So we're left with this question. Is this one change, this one personnel swap, enough to elevate the Packers' defense from good to great? This isn't just about one guy's playing time. It's a strategic move that could really define the ceiling for this whole Green Bay Packers team. It's a small change that could have a massive impact. And, well, we're all just going to have to watch and see how it all plays out.